once again, sorry for what I look like. This is same day time as my last video. I'm just going to show you the things that I've read this past week. The first is Life After Theft by Aprilyn Pike, I think is her name. I did get this from the library. I did give this book 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. Because, I mean, it was good, and I think it was actually kind of better than what I thought it was going to be. I did kind of think that it was going to be like a lighthearted read, but it kind of did go into some issues that teenagers have. A lot of, like, materialism and shallowness and that type of thing. It did go into all of that, but it also went into bullying, and I don't know, it just was a little deeper than what I thought it was going to be, which was fine, completely fine. I did enjoy it. It's about a kid who moves to a new town, and he sees this girl the first day of school, and he's thinking, man, she's hot, so he starts looking at her, and I think she ends up saying something to him. I can't remember if she says, like, take a picture or do something. I don't know. And he responds to her, and then she kind of starts saying, well, hey, you heard me, you can see me, that type of thing. He is the only person who has been able to see her since she died. And what is going on is she has stolen a lot of things in her past while she was alive, and she needs his help to return those things so that she can be, so she can move on and not be a ghost anymore. So it was pretty decent. I read Storm by Brigid Kemmerer. I never know how to say her name. It's part of the Elemental series. I gave this 5 out of 5. I loved this book. I picked it up because I just was in the mood to read, like, a little bit of romance, and this definitely has romance in it. And the supernatural stuff helped the story along so much. It's about 4 brothers who are able to control elements, earth, fire, wind, and water. So you have that aspect of it, and it just makes it so cool. But there's also a love triangle in this, so if you don't like love triangles, I mean, you're not going to like this, because this was definitely love triangle. But I just really enjoyed it. I mean, 5 out of 5 stars. Completely, totally 5 out of 5 stars. I also read the bonus novella that's inside here, and I actually have it on my Kindle. But since it was in the book, I just went ahead and read it here. And I actually gave it 5 out of 5 stars too, because even though it wasn't very long, I think it might have been 40 pages long, it went so well with the story, and you kind of already knew a little bit of this backstory anyway, because they definitely hinted at it in the book, but it just went into it a little bit deeper, so you kind of knew a little bit more of what happened. And I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, and I'm actually reading the second book now. After I was done with that, though, I went ahead and went back to the Wicked Lovely series and read Ink Exchange by, I can't even talk, Melissa Marr, because I read Wicked Lovely a few weeks ago. And I cannot marathon a series unless I do it like what I'm doing now, which is where I'm going from the Elemental series back to this series, back to the Elemental series. I cannot read a series one after another unless I absolutely love and adore them. I cannot. It's a rare occasion because I just get disappointed in the next book, and I don't feel like it's as good as the first book, that type of thing. So it's better for me to do it this way and take a break, and it worked because I was able to get through this, because I did try to read this right after I read Wicked Lovely, and I couldn't do it. So I really actually enjoyed this. I did give it 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was very good. Apparently with this series, you don't have to read them in order because they're more like companion books. But I personally feel like you should read them in the order that they come out, because I feel like you're getting information. Like, this had stuff in it that I understood because I had read the first book. And it made me feel like I knew the story a little better because of it. So that's my recommendation, but I guess you don't have to if you don't want to. But I thought this was very good. This is about Ashlyn, who was in the first book and who the first book is about. This is about Ashlyn's best friend, Leslie, and her dealing with the fairy world. So it was really good. 4 out of 5 stars. And like I said, I am reading Spark now, and I literally just started it a while ago. Like, literally. I'm on page 8. So I'm not very far along. And this is about Gabriel. He is one of the twins. Now, I do have a pet peeve here. And an issue with the covers to the series. The guys, they're nice looking, don't get me wrong. Some of them I don't find nice looking at all, to be honest. I hate this because there are twins. There's Gabriel and there's Nick. They're supposed to be identical. There's nobody identical on these covers. Gabriel is supposed to have brown hair, blue eyes, and freckles. Although this guy's good looking, he does not look like Gabriel. I get annoyed with that. I think they should try to match them to the characters in the book. I know that's stupid, but that is how I feel. Okay. Now, I have been reading Crash by Nicole Williams. I can't show you the dumb cover because for some reason I don't know how to make the cover big. I have been reading this. I'm on page 104 now. It's okay. It's new adult. We'll see how I like it by the end of it. And I've also been listening to Sisters Red in my car by Jackson Pierce. Is that right? I think. So far, it's pretty decent. I haven't listened to a whole lot. I think I'm on like chapter 3 or chapter 4. And it's about werewolves and Little Red Riding Hood, that type of thing. It's okay. I prefer listening to the younger sister, Rosie, over her older sister, which at this moment, for some reason, I cannot think of her name. I just feel like her, even like just her personality, the character, the girl reading the part, I would much prefer listening to her than the other, to Scarlet. That's her name, Scarlet. I don't know why. I just feel like Scarlet's accent is so fake, I can't not stand listening to it. But it's alright. I think that I'm going to actually like the book. But I just really wanted to actually get it out of the way because I want to get on to the other books in the series because I think that I'm going to enjoy them. I love fairy tale retelling, so I think I'm going to enjoy it. But that's all. I just wanted to show you what I've been reading for this past week and just connect with you guys again because I know it's been over 6 months and I'm sorry about that. But it really, needed to happen because, we got our foster child and it just needed to focus on him. And hopefully, and also not take any chances of him being on the video. But hopefully, if Lord willing, we'll be able to adopt him. I don't know. Like I said in my last video, there's some kinks in that. But we've just got to trust God that He brought this little boy to us for a reason. And I'm hoping that we get to adopt him. And then I won't be worried about, like, making a video when he's around or when he's awake. Because then, I don't care whether you see him or not. But for now, since he is still a foster child, I can't do that. So that's it, and I'll see you guys later.